Of course, you know WRAL has been committed to Fayetteville for a long time.
And tonight, after relocating and expanding, we're very proud to show off our WRAL Fayetteville Newsroom. Doesn't it look spiffy? Our Fayetteville reporter, Gilbert Baez, is joining us live to give us a tour of the new digs. How's it looking, Gilbert?
It's looking outstanding. Look, it's a wonderful place here. You know, we started in what was the Wachovia building on the 11th floor, turned into the Sistell building, and now it's the Dogwood Bank. We even have our own Hurley pot here, so you have to be in Fayetteville for some time to understand what these are, the significance of that. So the only thing new about WRAL covering news here in Fayetteville is that camera right there. So I told you, we started on top, and now we're down on the bottom. But when it comes to covering news here in Fayetteville, we're still on top. In 1989, I was a young reporter with a passion for news. I've gotten a bit older, but the passion to get the story first and get it right is greater than ever. I carry a long legacy here. WRAL has been covering Fayetteville and Fort Bragg for many decades. This is a picture of radio coverage at Fort Bragg during World War II. During the 1980s, the station opened a Fayetteville newsroom and has maintained one here ever since.
This breaking news is unfolding in Fayetteville.
As you can see, this is still a very active scene behind me.
We know you want to know how roads are looking.
Let's check in with Gilbert Baez live in Drive 5 in Cumberland County.
His military record has been flagged with me.
During the past 35 years, a small army of reporters has lived and worked out of Fayetteville, including our current news director, Rick Gall, dressed in the 1990s in his signature reporter trench coat.
Rick Gall, WRAL-TV 5 News, Cumberland County.
Our WRAL team has covered stories about survival, storm.
The water rise, so we had about 4 to 5 foot of water.
After storm.
And it fell over and crushed the bathroom.
After storm.
I'm happy that I survived through this, and it's great to know that God's spared me and my kids.
From our Fayetteville newsroom, WRAL has traveled around the world. We were there when Fort Bragg troops deployed to the Gulf War. I was the first reporter in the Middle East covering our soldiers during Operation Desert Storm.
Gilbert Baez, WRAL TV 5 News, Saudi Arabia.
And we were on Green Ramp at Fort Bragg, sharing the emotional homecomings when they returned.
Primary job was to get my soldiers back here.
There have been heartbreaking stories you'll never forget, like the shooting at Luigi's restaurant in August of 1993 that left 4 people dead, and stories about Fayetteville's growth. Amazon is coming to town. Cape Fear Valley Health System is expanding its services with new technology. And the area boasts increased educational opportunities at Fayetteville State University, Methodist University, and Fayetteville Technical Community College.
Fayetteville Generals.
We were here when the Fayetteville Generals threw out their first pitch and shared in the excitement of the construction of Segra Stadium downtown, now home to the Fayetteville Woodpeckers. Our newsroom is now on Hay Street and has become somewhat of an attraction. People pose to take pictures with a revolving group of our TV personalities, including me.
The WRAL Channel 5 is what you were on, so that's my channel of choice.
Fayetteville is a 3-time All-America city. Because of Fort Bragg, the city is a melting pot of people from all over the world.
What in the world is going on today in Fayetteville?
So the Fayetteville newsroom was born in the 80s, and as you can see, WRAL plans to continue its coverage of this area well into the future. Man, I tell you, for the past 34 years, I stood by that Fort Bragg sign bringing you breaking news stories about our soldiers and their families, and I plan to be standing beside it again when it turns into Fort Liberty, and I'm told that's going to be happening before the 4th of July sometime in June. And none of this could happen, come here, Michael, without our photojournalist. You don't get to see this guy that much, but he says it's for a reason. But without our photojournalist, you don't see any of the talent on the air. These guys make WRAL what it is. Michael, we love you. I love him like a brother because we've been through a lot of stuff. His kids go to Terry Sanford. Mine's graduated from E.E. Smith.
Yeah,
and
a long time.
We live in this place. We eat at the restaurants. We know folks. We just don't do the news here. This is home for us.
That's right, it is.
All right, and
yeah, I'm going back.
Well, he's going back. Hey, look, Lena and Dan, you got Rick. You got Rick Gall. You got Tony Patterson, who's from Fayetteville, one of our engineers who's up there, and Ed Wilson, the chief photographer, started here in Fayetteville. So it's safe to say, if it wasn't for Fayetteville, WRAL wouldn't be on the air.
Hey, I believe it. You do such a fantastic job, but it makes a difference that you live in the community, certainly.
And Gilbert, can I just say, you've aged like a fine wine, my friend. Nice job. job out there.
All right, meteorologist Kat Campbell joining us now. It's night.